It's easy to feel like weekdays are just something to endure, a blur of routines and obligations that leave you counting down to the weekend. But what if your weekdays could feel lighter, more enjoyable, even meaningful in their own way? Today, we're talking about how to make weekdays feel more enjoyable, not by changing your entire schedule, but by shifting how you experience the time you already have. This matters because most of our lives happen on weekdays, and treating them as filler time means missing out on so much potential joy. When you start approaching weekdays differently, you'll notice small moments of satisfaction where you used to feel only monotony. The key isn't adding more activities, it's learning how to reshape your attention in the moments you'd normally overlook. I'll walk you through exactly how to do this, step by step, in a way that fits naturally into your life. Let's start with the first shift that makes the biggest difference. Let's talk about what it really means to make weekdays more enjoyable. This isn't about turning every Monday into a vacation. It's about finding small moments of joy in ordinary days. It's the difference between dragging yourself through routines and actually feeling present in them. Think of it like noticing sunlight through your window or laughing at a coworker's joke instead of rushing past it. Many people assume happiness only happens on weekends, but that's not true. When you start paying attention, you realize weekdays hold hidden pockets of warmth. Try pausing for just 5 seconds today to notice something pleasant around you. Once you see how this works, you'll understand why it's worth exploring further. Why should you care about enjoying weekdays more? Because we spend most of our lives in them. They're not just filler time between weekends. How you feel on weekdays shapes your overall happiness, not just your productivity. A good Tuesday morning can ripple into a better afternoon, evening, and even the next day. People often dismiss weekday moods as unimportant, but that's a missed opportunity. When you improve ordinary moments, life starts feeling lighter without major changes. Pay attention to how a single deep breath can reset your mood during a busy day. This isn't just about feeling better. It's about reclaiming the time you already have. Without intentional joy, weekdays can feel like a blur of obligations. You might wake up already counting down to Friday, barely noticing the days in between. It's like living in autopilot where everything blends into one long to-do list. Even small frustrations like traffic or emails start weighing heavier than they should. The danger here is believing that drudgery is just how adult life has to be. But when every weekday feels draining, it's harder to appreciate the good stuff when it comes. Notice if you're rushing through tasks without ever stopping to enjoy the process. Recognizing this pattern is the first step toward changing it. If you're enjoying this video so far, take a quick second to hit the like button. It really helps. Let me know in the comments what small change you'll try first to brighten your weekdays. I love hearing how these ideas work for you in real life. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more down-to-earth tips like these. This channel is all about simple, doable ways to feel better day by day. No overwhelm, just practical steps that fit into real life. Stick around because we've got even more helpful ideas coming up next. Your time and attention mean a lot. Thanks for being here. Certain habits keep us stuck in the cycle of joyless weekdays. One big one is assuming happiness has to be saved for special moments. We also tend to overschedule ourselves, leaving no room for spontaneous enjoyment. Another trap is focusing only on outcomes, like finishing work instead of the journey. Many people think they're too busy to pause, but that's exactly when they need it most. These patterns make weekdays feel like something to endure rather than experience. Try catching yourself next time you dismiss a small moment as unimportant. Breaking these habits starts with realizing they're optional, not inevitable. The biggest change begins with a simple shift in perspective. Instead of seeing weekdays as obstacles, view them as opportunities. This doesn't mean ignoring stress, it means refusing to let stress dominate everything. Happiness isn't something that happens to you, it's something you actively notice. People wait for joy to appear, but it's already there in ordinary interactions and quiet moments. When you start looking for it, you'll find it in unexpected places. Today, try asking yourself, what's one thing I can appreciate right now? That question alone can open the door to a better way of living. Now, let's talk about how to actually put this into practice. Start with something incredibly simple, a 2-minute pause in your day. Pick a routine moment, like your morning coffee or walking to your car, and really be present for it. Notice the temperature of the air, the sounds around you, or how your body feels. Don't try to force happiness. Just let yourself experience the moment fully. These tiny pauses train your brain to find joy in everyday life. You'll be surprised how much brighter weekdays feel when you do this consistently. And once you master this step, there's so much more we can explore together. Let's talk about what enjoying weekdays actually looks like in real, ordinary moments. It's not about grand gestures. It's the small, intentional choices that add up. Maybe it's pausing to watch the sunrise with your coffee instead of rushing past it, or turning your commute into a time to listen to something uplifting instead of stressful news. People often assume enjoyment requires big changes, but it's really about shifting how you experience what's already there. The magic is in noticing and savoring the little things you'd normally overlook. Try picking one ordinary moment today and giving it your full attention, even for just a few seconds. When you start doing this, you'll see how many opportunities for joy are already woven into your day. One of the easiest ways to build this mindset is with a daily pause ritual. It takes less than a minute, but creates a habit of slowing down. Set a reminder to stop whatever you're doing and take 3 deep breaths. While you breathe, notice one thing around you, the light, a sound, or how your body feels. The mistake here is treating it like a task to check off instead of a genuine moment of presence. When done with intention, these pauses act like reset buttons throughout your day. Start with just one pause today, maybe during a transition like sitting down at your desk or waiting for a meeting to start. Over time, these small pauses train your brain to find calm and enjoyment in the in-between moments. If you're looking for more tools to make life feel lighter, check out www.happylifetribe.com. It's packed with resources to help you build a calmer, more mindful routine. You'll find guides, encouragement, and practical ways to enjoy your days more. Think of it like a little toolkit for happier living, no fluff, just real help. Whether you're working on small joys or bigger shifts, there's something there for you. And the best part, it's all designed to fit into your actual life, not just theory. Take a look when you're ready. It might be just what you need. For now, let's keep going with more ways to make weekdays brighter. The biggest pitfall? Expecting every weekday to feel amazing right away. Real life still has deadlines, traffic, and tough moments. That's normal. The goal isn't to eliminate stress, but to balance it with pockets of lightness. For example, you might still have a hectic morning, but you can choose to savor your first sip of coffee. People give up when they don't see instant transformation, but this is a gradual shift in perspective. Even on hard days, there's usually one small thing that can bring a flicker of warmth. Instead of judging your progress, focus on catching those flickers when they happen. This isn't about perfection, it's about practice, and every effort counts. The key to making this stick is starting smaller than you think you need to. You don't have to overhaul your entire routine, just tweak what's already there. If you love music, play your favorite song while getting ready instead of rushing in silence. If you enjoy nature, take the slightly longer route to walk past a tree or garden. People often burn out by trying to add too many new habits at once. Lasting change happens when you attach joy to things you're already doing anyway. Pick one existing part of your day and ask, how could I make this 10% more enjoyable? Tiny adjustments like this feel doable and slowly reshape your whole experience of weekdays. Over time, you'll notice something subtle but powerful shifting inside you. Weekdays stop feeling like just a means to an end. They become part of your life, not just the gap before weekends. You might catch yourself feeling lighter even when nothing externally has changed. Stressful moments still happen, but they don't dominate the entire day like they used to. This isn't about ignoring problems, but about balancing them with moments of presence. You'll start to realize that joy isn't something you have to wait for. It's something you can choose, even in small doses. Pay attention to those glimpses of calm or connection. They're proof it's working. And the more you notice them, the more naturally they'll start to appear. Of course, there will be weeks when everything feels too chaotic for this practice. That's when it's most important to simplify, not abandon it completely. On packed days, your pause might just be feeling your feet on the ground for 5 seconds. Or enjoying the warmth of your mug instead of drinking your coffee distractedly. The mistake is thinking you failed if you can't do it right. But even micro moments count. Busy periods are exactly when these small anchors help the most. Instead of aiming for consistency, focus on flexibility, doing what you can, when you can. And when life slows down again, you'll already have the tools to dive back in deeper. Over time, making weekdays more enjoyable starts to change how you experience ordinary moments. It's not about big transformations, it's about small shifts adding up. You begin noticing little pockets of joy in routines that used to feel dull or draining. Maybe it's savoring your morning coffee instead of rushing through it, or finding humor in small inconveniences. Some days will still feel harder than others, that's normal. But the more you practice, the easier it becomes to reset and find lightness even on tough days. Try reflecting weekly on what small moments stood out to you. It reinforces the habit. And as this mindset grows, let's talk about a challenge that might still pop up. You don't have to figure this out alone. There's a whole community at www.happylifetribe.com. It's a place where people like you are making small, meaningful changes too. Sometimes all it takes is knowing others are on the same journey to feel encouraged. Share your wins, ask questions, or just soak up the good vibes there. Living with more intention is easier when you've got support along the way. Whether you're just starting or well on your path, you're welcome there. Drop by anytime. It's a friendly corner of the internet for mindful living. Now let's get back to how you can make today feel a little brighter. Even with practice, there will be days when everything feels like a chore again. Stress, fatigue, or unexpected problems can make joy feel out of reach. This doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're human. Maybe you snap at someone or feel stuck in autopilot all day. The key is recognizing these moments without judging yourself. They're actually opportunities to practice coming back to the present. On days like this, just pause and take one intentional breath. It's enough to break the cycle. And when you do slip up, here's how to gently recover. If you catch yourself falling into old habits, start with kindness. Beating yourself up only makes it harder to reset. Instead, name what happened. Today felt rushed and joyless without adding drama. Then choose one tiny action to shift the energy, like stepping outside for fresh air. You don't need to fix everything at once. Often just acknowledging the slump is enough to loosen its grip. Tomorrow is always a fresh chance to begin again. And remember, this practice isn't for everyone in the same way. This approach resonates most with people who feel like weekdays are just something to endure. If you often think, I'll enjoy life when the weekend comes, this mindset shift is for you. It's especially helpful for those with repetitive schedules or high-stress responsibilities. Parents, busy professionals, and students often find it life-changing. But it's not about adding more to your plate, it's about changing how you experience what's already there. Even if your days feel out of your control, your perspective isn't. Small adjustments can make ordinary days feel richer. Ready to put this into action right now? Starting today, pick one routine moment to infuse with presence. It could be your commute, a work break, or even washing dishes. For that moment, slow down just 10%. Notice textures, sounds, or your breath. Don't overthink it, just let yourself be there fully. If your mind wanders to worries, gently guide it back. This isn't about perfection, it's about practice. Try it once today, then build from there. And as you do, remember why this matters so much. Making weekdays more enjoyable isn't about ignoring life's pressures, it's about not letting them erase your joy. The days that feel ordinary now are the ones you'll look back on later. Why not let them hold more warmth and presence while you're living them? Some days will still be hard, but you'll always have tools to soften the edges. Over time, this practice quietly reshapes your relationship with daily life. You start noticing that joy isn't something you wait for, it's something you carry with you. Today, just begin where you are, with what you have. Your ordinary moments are worth enjoying right now, and that's how you can start making your weekdays feel more enjoyable, one small shift at a time. Remember, this isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Even trying just one of these ideas can make a real difference in how your days feel. If this video helped you, give it a like. It lets me know you found it useful. Subscribe if you want more practical ways to bring calm and joy into everyday life. For extra encouragement and ideas, join us at www.happylifetribe.com. It's a friendly space for mindful living, support, and simple steps toward a happier routine. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself out there.